on Sean right now?
This is my favorite perfume that this brand makes. And I'm not, wait, let me get out of the way because I feel like it needs to have its moment. I'm very perfume picky, like most people, and like with most things. And first of all, this brand is out of London, so I immediately fell in love. It's a clean fragrance brand, and that's very rare, not just on QVC, but in general, right? And Women's Wear Daily recently called this brand one of the most powerful beauty brands in the world. This fragrance, and there have been many from Floral Street, little indie bohemian brand, named after that street right in Covent Garden where like all the flower markets would pop up, you know, on any given Sunday. Floral Street, run and created and founded by Michelle Feeney about 5 years ago in London, and it's all about modern, inquisitive, confident, but cruelty-free, clean. She's done partnerships with the Van Gogh Museum. She has many different scents. There's one on her homepage I cannot wait to try right now, which is called, I think, Sweet Almond Blossom. But this one, which sold out in April when it was in this size back in a show then, is now back, but the feature price is going up at the end of the day. This is the only day of the month it's being even presented. I'm gonna say hi to Michelle, because I don't wanna give too much away, but I will start with a little funny, Michelle. I know you've heard this, but I just enjoy telling the story over and over again. Michelle, when I first discovered this, and I am not a floral person, I don't love roses, I'm a woodsy, musky Scorpio, which, spoiler alert, this is woodsy and floral, so for some reason, it's like this perfect smurging of two things. I thought the fragrance was called Chypre, and so I was going around and I was telling everybody, I'm like, oh, you've got to try like Floral Street's Chypre Sublime. It's like the best. I waited months when it was sold out on QVC.com for the buyers here at QVC to tell me it was loaded back and there was more quantity and I could order it, like months. Then you and I presented it and I realized, oh no, it's called Chypre. So maybe that's a good place to start, my friend. And hi, it's really good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
So good. Love your brand, but particularly have fallen in love with this fragrance. And I get so many compliments. And again, I'm not a powdery floral lady, but I know essential oils and floral beginning notes are where boutique bespoke-wise you start. But first of all, tell me about the name. Chypre is French for?
Cyprus, and it really is about those ingredients that originally came from Cyprus, but it's this woodsy mixed in with this wonderful damask rose, which gives it this expensive, warm feeling. So it's about this woodsy floral, as you well described, and very, very expensive ingredients within this. You know, for damask rose, which comes from Turkey, it would take a whole swimming pool full of rose petals, if you can imagine that, to be made into only sort of a pound of fragrance oil. So you've got very expensive ingredients in this, and that's why I think you love this. You know, Sean, it's completely beautiful, and it's got this classic feel, but a real twist on that classic feel.
Yeah,
and it's got incense and patchouli.
Which is funny, I don't like patchouli, and I love this. I don't love incense, and I love this. So, I mean, it's a very exotic, sultry, but also very glamorous. Again, glamorous, because I know back in, like, I think it was the 50s and mostly the 60s, like, Sophia Loren, Raquel Welch, like, they all vacationed in Cyprus. It's this very tony, gorgeous, a paradise island, if you will, right off the coast of Turkey and near to Greece. And so I love that you named this fragrance after this exotic island. But the notes are so unique because I don't often smell woodsy paired with floral. Like, it's just fabulous.
Well, they've been so expensively combined in this. That's the point. It's like an incredible recipe when you cook and you put all these different spices together and then it smells like something unique. And you just saw the mood board there. And, you know, we describe it as captivating. And I say, if you want to own the room, and even in, you know, in the evening, this is excellent. You know, the little black dress of fragrance. But, you know, right now, as the weather's warm, you waft this on in the daytime. You'll be followed down the street, no doubt.
Like when the sun shines on you and your skin begins to warm and heat up. Oh, I mean, I am telling you, it is glamorous, but it is modern. It has, they call it more inquisitiveness, the brand, but I always like to say, like, I've got a little quirky in me, maybe a lot, some would say. And so there's always got to be something a little unexpected for me. And all her packaging is sustainable. Like, look at how her perfume comes, right? This is not a traditional corporate kind of perfume brand, okay? Like an elastic tie, all sustainable. And then inside, this one won't be because the bottle's on the riser, but inside here is the bottle. And honestly, this will be that fragrance you wear absolutely now. And not even joking, you will turn heads. Men will look, women will look, they will comment, but not in that pungently Michelle, heavily alcohol way. Like not like that at all. It's, I don't know how to explain it.
I've created these fragrances to be clean, but that doesn't mean not to smell beautiful and fine fragrance. It's an eau de parfum. This is like spraying a sort of a silk scarf on yourself that's oozing with warmth and beauty.
It's very European. Like it's giving me major European vibes. We have almost 500 out the door, which means we only have 1,200 remaining. I just want to say it's sold out when it was on the air back in April. And I just fawned over it then and told the same story then about how, my gosh, like I waited months for this scent to come back into stock. I mean, full disclosure, Vanessa Herring backstage gave me a tiny little sample of it. She had gotten it in a larger bottle of another fragrance you make, and she ordered that fragrance, and then it came with like a little try me sampler of some other scents. And she was like, I smelled her and I said, what are you wearing? And so she gifted me like the little travel, and I was like, this is incredible. So, and it's because there's so much woodsiness to it, even though there's a fruity floral going on, the woodsy will make it as divine in fall as it is right now, like under the hot summer sun. I mean, just the colors of the bottle tell you, like it's made for spicy summer. But I do want to say, we obviously are busy on the phone lines. It's 1.7 ounces of Eau de Parfum. And by the way, Michelle, can you explain to everybody, when you say clean fragrance, like what does that mean, clean?
It just means we've taken out some of the chemicals that could be known to maybe affect, have been proven to affect some people. So we've taken out those without compromising. So it means it's sort of packed with sustainably sourced ingredients. So we know where our rose petals come from. We know where the patchouli comes from.
Like the purest, most holistic of ingredients instead of chemical fillers. It's like, if it smells like woodsy, it's because there's really wood in there. If it smells like rose, it's because damask rose is there. So,
and we've poured it in here to make this exquisite, expensive, and we had to make this special run for you guys because, it's so popular, and so much love has gone into this.
It's literally. I feel like if 700 ordered, 900 remaining. If you have not tried Floral Street, in my humble opinion, this is where you start. It's called Chypre Sublime, but no one will, they won't turn a weird eye if you say Chypre, because that's where I started. Love you, Michelle. Cheerio.
Love you too. See you. Bye.
Guess what? It's July. That means we celebrate not just summer, but Christmas. And there's a really crazy rumor that there's a host who's trying to save Christmas, which I think is pretty bold. It's like, who does this person think she is? What, you're gonna save Christmas? And by the way, who said Christmas needed saving? Oh wait, that's me. And I hope you tune in because we have a big